Beckett appeared to be doing something that the hobby has been asking for a bloody long time, and I'm pretty impressed that they've gone about doing it, especially given the things I've talked about in recent months. This specifically relates to sticker autos going on cards, aftermarket. Basically, stickers going on cards that should never have had sticker autos placed on them in the first place, and it's quite a contentious topic that I've covered multiple times because what we sort of, had people doing was getting genuine stickers or peeling sticker autos off of genuine cards and putting them either on, other cards that weren't meant to have sticker autos on them in the first place or putting them on fake reprint cards. And we saw this, most notably with Steph Curry, rookie cards. Basically, these were reprinted rookie cards that had a sticker auto placed on them. They were then graded by PSA, by also BGS, and sort of left people open to be scammed because a card was not genuine, but the way these grading companies would previously hold of them implied that they were genuine. And what we often saw was the cards would be labeled as in a PSA slab, a trading card, or something along those lines, instead of saying, the Steph Curry Topps rookie card, as an example. So this is a pretty big pet peeve of mine and one that I've complained about for a long time. Obviously, PSA came out in recent months with some changes. They're basically bringing back their blue label to, showcase that only the autograph was authenticated, the card or the, item itself wasn't. But when we spoke about it recently, when PSA announced that news, I was still pretty firm on the fact that they should not be doing that in the first place because it's still sending the wrong message to prospective buyers. Like I said, you've got people putting genuine stickers on a reprint card. People see it in a PSA slab and inherently have this belief that the thing is genuine. And, people are stupid. People should be doing their own research, but they're not. So they sort of fall for it and then are sort of stuck and essentially shit out of luck if they ever try to recrack that card and get it graded, because guess what? The card is not genuine. So like I said, this has been a big pet peeve of mine for a long time, and I've been pretty critical of BGS in recent weeks, in particular in recent days, but a few people shared some stuff with me in the last 24 hours that I think is a really good step in the right direction for how those kinds of sticker autos should be handled. Because like I said, you've got people sort of taking advantage of the ignorance of others by putting these stickers on fake cards and making good money. And again, it's a free market. People can do what they want, but these grading companies need to be doing better. It's been pretty unacceptable, how they've gone about it. But like I said, BGS look like they've done something that's pretty good in my opinion, and I fully expect PSA and other companies to be doing the same thing. Now, I'm going to quickly bring it up on screen now because it does relate to this Steph Curry card. It is a 2009-2010 National Treasures. It's the Colossal Materials Prime card. As you can see on there, it says authentic aftermarket sticker. And that is the piece I want to touch on today because that piece is new, right? We've not seen that before from Beckett, at least as far as I can tell. I've tried, researching about it. Typically, it will just say authentic autograph. But what they're saying here is that it's an aftermarket sticker, which is a very important thing to call out. Because like I said, people have been falling for this thing, whereas now the label is crystal clear as to exactly what the sticker is, right? It's not a genuine sticker that was on that card in the first place. It's aftermarket. That's how that stuff should be referred. And when I've complained about PSA in the past, that's one of the things I've said their labels should be saying, right? When they say reprint card or trading card or sticker on the label, they should be saying it's an aftermarket card, because you need to remove any belief to the person potentially buying it that the thing is genuine, right? This is pretty crystal clear that the card is genuine, but the thing itself is aftermarket. Now, this is currently for sale on Golden, as you can sort of see over here. If I click out the X, it has 7 days to go. So like I said, I had a number of people message me with this, but that is new in my opinion. I've not seen it before. And if we look at the card on Beckett's Pop Report, we can see here that the card was graded on February 15th, 2024. So, less than a month ago, or just over a month ago, I should say. My math is not doing too well these days. I've been working late hours, so please forgive me. But I thought that was, pretty cool. And I expect PSA to follow suit. And I expect CGC to follow suit now that they've acquired, JSA for the autograph authentication, because that stuff needs to be crystal clear. And it sounds very stupid to have to say that. And I want to give Beckett a pat on the back for finally, pulling their finger out and doing it. Now, I could be wrong, and this could have been around for a lot longer, but I've spoken to a few people today, and they've never seen it. I've never seen it. I tried Googling. I couldn't find any information. It's the first time I've seen aftermarket get used on a label, and I just think it's, like I said, a very good step in the right direction. One of the biggest pet peeves that I've had with these grading companies, as was brought to your attention again in my video on Beckett the other day, is, how these companies sort of act really ignorant when it comes to their service, right? They sort of offer these authentication services. They offer these grading services, but then they don't want to stand by what it is they're doing. Or like in PSA's case, they want to charge you a heck of a lot of money for upcharges and all that kind of thing, but then they don't want to give you value as a customer that matches that. We go to these grading companies because they have integrity, also they should have integrity, right? They haven't really shown that in a long time, if so ever, because they've had issues since their inception, but they're meant to be there for an integrity perspective, right? Their slabs command value because, they do good work, or at least for the most part they do. So when we use them, we expect certain things back, right? We expect a certain level of service. We expect them to do their job. So when you've had PSA in the past, like I said, label things really poorly, label them as stickers despite them being fake and very knowingly fake, and experts and general collectors that collect these players and PC these players can spot that it's fake immediately online. But these companies probably also know that too, but they don't label it that way, right? That doesn't send a good message to your customers. And if you're somebody that's investing a lot of money in PSA slabs, that would not make me feel comfortable seeing that. I sort of have cards in multiple grading company slabs, and I apply a zero cost-based approach, as I did explain in my last video. So I'm not really exposed to a lot of risk when it comes to graded cards, or any cards, in fact. But it's still not something that I like to see because it concerns me. Like, why as a company are you okay to put your name on something when it's fake? In my opinion, if it's a fake card, you should not be grading it at all. So the fact that PSA is still authenticating the auto in those instances is a big no-no in my opinion. Like, it's fake. It's fake. It's a reprint. People are clearly doing it to take advantage of the ignorance of others. So why do you want to empower that as a business, right? Your credibility should mean more than the money that customer is paying you, right? It's not a good look. So the fact they've gone ahead and changed the labels and gone them from red to blue is a good thing. They're not doing enough. This is a really good thing from Beckett, and it's something they deserve praise for if it is in fact new. Maybe I'm ignorant and haven't seen it, or people that I've spoken to recently also haven't seen it, but I think they deserve a pat on the back, in my opinion. Beckett cop a lot of shit, and I've talked about them, like I said, 5 or 6 times in the last month or two alone, but this is a good thing, and I really hope PSA follows suit, because we need this stuff to be more transparent. We need this stuff to be more crystal clear. Buyers are becoming more and more ignorant, and yes, a lot of you guys will say, well, I don't give a crap if you make a mistake because you should be doing your own research, but I have a very different mindset on the hobby and in life in general, right? I know people are ignorant, so I want to make sure that the companies out there are doing the best thing for everyone, right? And they should have a certain obligation to make sure that customers are not getting burned due to their own stupidity. Purely for the stuff I said earlier about maintaining integrity and credibility and all that kind of thing. As a business, you want to make things crystal clear as possible for your customers. So if mistakes happen, they're quite, aware what it is they're buying or not buying, right? You don't want to get your name muddied or dirtied because you decided to grade a fake card or not explicitly state that the sticker was aftermarket. People are really dumb these days, and it's an unfortunate thing to say, but it sort of is what it is. So, as always, guys, I'm keen to hear what you have to say on this one. I just thought that was, really, really cool. And I'll bring it up again for reference. As you can see over here, it does say aftermarket sticker. Again, I'm fairly certain that is new, and I hope we start seeing more of it. And in the instances where we've seen some of these reprint cards and fake cards, if they do want to go ahead and keep grading them, even though I don't think they should, I would really appreciate it if they started saying it's an aftermarket card, or it's a reprint card, or it's a homebrew card, or something along those lines. Stop saying it's a trading card. Stop saying it's a sticker, because that confuses people and opens them up to be, scammed, essentially. And as a company, are you okay with that, BGS? As a company, are you okay with that, PSA? Clearly, you both aren't, given that you've made, changes to your process recently. PSA going from the red to blue labels again, and Beckett putting in this aftermarket labeling there, because, you wouldn't do that if you didn't think there was a problem. So, that's my thoughts. Let me know yours down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.